Audio now. Audio? Let me see. Maybe I changed my microphone settings. See if that works now. There we go. Let me know if that audio is coming through now, guys, also. Sweet. All right, perfect. Now we got the audio fixed. So I'll just read over that first bet that I was talking about when nobody could hear me. As I said, we're a little new at this, but we're getting it. On September 1st, I was able to catch the Eagles at -6.5. I parlayed that with a Devontae Smith touchdown, Dak 200 plus passing, CD Lamb 60 plus receiving, and Pickens 50 plus receiving. So that was that was a good play that I caught earlier in the week. I posted that out a couple places, I believe. That spread jumped up afterwards. I mean that was even after the Micah Parsons trade, but I still think that that's good. The only thing that's questionable on that is a Devontae Smith anytime touchdown, but I feel like he can get it done. I feel like AJ Brown's probably gonna be covered by the Cowboys' best corner. I think it gives Devontae Smith some chances there. So I do like that. Uh, DraftKings actually offered a anytime touchdown scorer Saquon Barkley odds boost to +100, but you can only put $10 on it. I did put that in. Hopefully Barkley can fall into the end zone. I mean, he's good enough to do it, that's for sure. And then today I put out a couple more things, just to kind of make it easier for guys that want to follow just on the day of. Pickens 50 plus receiving seems to be my favorite bet of the day so far. I parlayed that with Pickens 4 plus receptions, and then I put Lamb at 7 receptions and 70 yards. So just with that process and the thought process behind that is Dallas is going to be behind in this game, and they're gonna have to throw the ball to make up ground with that. That's a nice little four leg plus 320. Not extremely high odds, but I still like the value we're getting there. And then I went back to a Devontae Smith anytime touchdown, CD Lamb 60 plus receiving, and a Pickens anytime touchdown. If we can get the Smith touchdown out of that one, then I just kind of doubled down on it at that point. That's a three pick parlay at plus 1200. Staying away from Shipley and Sanders. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's one of those things where we're almost guaranteeing that the Eagles are gonna come in and just kind of roll, but at the same time, we're not 1,000% sure of that happening either. So it's one of those things like kind of kind of want to be weary about betting guys like that as well. So I mean that is a good question though. I'm just not sure that at this point, with it being banner raising night and everything like that. I mean, Barkley's gonna go hard. Um, I think the Eagles jump out to a pretty early lead here too. So um, I just hope one of those first couple touchdowns goes to Devontae Smith. That makes the rest of our night pretty sweat free. Then, in my opinion, um, I don't think I'm going to take the Eagles -8.5 to start the game. Uh, I think the best thing you're hoping for right now is a live play. Maybe Dallas gets the ball first in this game and goes and kicks a field goal, and you can get them under that touchdown threshold. Then, because I think the Eagles win tonight probably by 7 or 8, but at 8.5 just seems like a little too much for me to lay. But I don't want to juice the line either way either. Um, so that's kind of how I feel with that. And then I built a DFS lineup too. If anybody plays daily fantasy sports, it's going to be something that I'm doing for Thursday night football games. I'm going to be doing it for Monday night football games, and then Sundays we'll have a couple DFS lineups. Any bets on the coin flip and turnover unders? Um, I know a lot of people were saying to bet Dak for an interception, but I did see something earlier today that Dak, when playing the Eagles, he's like got 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions or something like that. It's a pretty big stat right there. So I don't think Dak throws an interception tonight. I know a lot of people were betting that. I didn't much like that. And then I didn't bet on the coin flip. Um, but you can ask me to bet on every coin flip. It's gonna be tails never fails. So I'm gonna go with tails for the coin flip there to Shara. We'll see if we start it off right, you know? See if we can get that started off right. As far as yeah, the interceptions over under Jalen Hurts is plus 139 to throw an interception. I'm not gonna lay that though, because I don't think he's gonna have to throw the ball that much. Um, Dak is at minus 172 to throw in an interception. I don't love that either. It's just a little too much juice for me. Yeah, I mean that's what I see in online. I'm not sure. Like, okay, so Dak interception numbers versus Eagles. Let's see. He has 8 interceptions in 13 games, but did he throw interceptions? Maybe it was last year he didn't, but he was hurt last year too. Let's see. Stat head. Let's do here. Let's see what all this is. Um, yeah, he hasn't threw an interception against Philly since 2022, but he was hurt for both of the Eagles games last year in 24 as well. So yeah, I mean a little bit of a crazy stat line though. You know what I mean? Like, I mean it's been 3 years since he's threw an interception to this team. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on too. But I wish I could share the TFS lineup on the screen. Let me see if possibly I can do that. And then on Sunday we'll have everything definitely set up and whatnot, and it'll be a lot easier to go. Oh, they're gonna ask me to verify myself. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, if I can show it on these screens here, then that'll be a lot easier too. But yeah, yeah, to share go tails. We'll see. We'll ride tails. We'll try to get a tails bet out there, and I didn't see that being able to be bet on DraftKings. Where are you betting at to share? Yeah, yeah, Phil. I definitely take Philly to win. Um, I mean, Philly on the money line, you're going to be putting down a lot more money than what you're going to be making. So that's why I said, like, if you can catch a live bet, if Dallas somehow goes up early, I would say take a live bet on Philly. Philly's definitely winning tonight. It's banner night. They're definitely going to win. Jonathan, thanks for hopping in, man. Keep balling out. Yeah. Let's see if I press this button and I share this. I'm not sure if that worked or not. I'm not sure if you guys can see the. Oh yeah, looks like you can. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, over here on the right hand side, then Hey Bob, there's my co-conspirator there on the Dynasty DNA deep dive. Big culture, Bob. You'll have to go out there and check out the Dynasty DNA deep dive here on the channel too. Me and Bob, we just got done doing our week 1 show, so that'll be coming out soon too. But I put Devontae Smith up top. I do think Devontae Smith gets a touchdown. It just seems like something that should definitely happen. Uh, Take both the Cowboys wide receivers, pair them with Dak Prescott, because I think they will get a lot of passing yards. So pick the Eagles. I think the Eagles get a decent number of pressure on Dak Prescott today. And then I think if it is going to be a higher scoring game, Jake Elliott's going to get points. He's going to be able. He's going to get those points that he needs. So yeah, that's the lineup I built. I tried to build another one where I put CD Lamb up top, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get the money to work the right way. So we're gonna hope for a Devontae Smith. If you notice, I didn't put any Saquon Barkley in there, and it's just because like at paying over 11,000 and you only get 50,000 uh, DFS dollars, whatever you want to call it, to build your lineup. Uh, Dropping 11-2 on a running back. I mean, I love Barkley, I really do, but it's just a lot of money to drop into one player. Um, I'd rather take a chance and getting a Smith touchdown, and use that money to get Lamb. I mean, probably for what I would have spent on just Barkley, I wouldn't have been able to get Elliott, the Eagles, and then probably, I mean, some of it would have cut into Smith's price as well. Um, Smith is a little bit more expensive because I put him up there in the captain spot, but yeah, that's the lineup that I built, and then I've already got another lineup built oh, for Sunday as well, but we'll go over that. I plan to go live every Thursday night, every or Thursday at some point. We're gonna work all that out. We're gonna go live Saturday nights, I believe, to go over the slate on Sunday because Sunday mornings we'll be in the Discord doing uh, the Discord morning show over there with me, TJ, Wiz. All of us will be over there. We'll give you the best of fantasy advice that we can. We also cover a lot of NFL betting over there too. I always squeeze that in, doing over unders. Interception throwers is another big thing that we do. So we do a lot of fun things like that. Last year I believe our number one interception thrower was Anthony Richardson. I think he took that title for sure. Uh, Phil, I did see something about the new alignment of the NFL. It would just be really hard for them to align, like to do a new alignment. I did see something about that, but I don't think it's got any traction yet. But I think if they did realign it, they'd have to be very careful because realigning rivalries and whatnot would be hard to do. And then my lovely wife Eden hopped in here too. I love you too, babe. I appreciate you coming in here, giving me the support. She supports me through working a full-time job and doing this on the side as well. 10 or 15 hours a week doing podcasts and football, and so she's definitely a Roth through all of it. She deserves all the praise that I do too. Number one interception thrower on the year. Got a sneak peek for us. I mean, so let's see if we really think about it. I mean, I almost hate to say it, but it's normally a guy that you wouldn't think about a lot. Um, I almost want to say Cam Ward throws a lot of interceptions this year, and I'm going to be labeled as a Cam Ward hater at this point too. But it's not as much that I don't like Cam Ward. It's just a really challenging schedule, especially out the gate. Um, and then you've got to go with a guy that doesn't have the ability to get benched either, though. So, like, I mean, I think Daniel Jones could throw a lot of interceptions, but at the same time, I think if, like I was saying, I believe I said it earlier today, that yeah, a little spicy to share, yeah, but said it earlier today that I think Daniel Jones and the Colts struggle, and I'm not saying that Anthony Richardson would do a lot better, but I am saying that, like, at this point, if you're the Colts and Daniel Jones starts out 1-5, why not hand the keys back over to Anthony Richardson and send him back out there? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to. Uh, the Saints will throw a lot of interceptions, but they'll probably switch quarterbacks 2 or 3 times this year. So, that's something that I like to look at for like season long interception throwers. But you got to be real careful with it because you don't want to bet on the guy that's going to get benched as well. So I mean, I think Cam Ward coming in, he's getting a lot of hype, man, and I really think he could struggle, especially early. Um, Another guy that I think you know could probably throw a decent amount of interceptions. Let's see. I think Geno Smith could be up there too. I mean, I think this Raiders team, outside of Ashton Genty, they're gonna have to throw the ball. They're gonna throw the ball to Brock Bowers. Um, Over the middle um, is a tough spot to throw sometimes, and we know that Brock Bowers, eats over the middle and whatnot. So I think Geno Smith could be another one that's up there in the interception throwers, but he threw a lot last year. Any chance Tua is a top option for interception thrower? Yeah, I mean, possibly, but at that point, you're trying to pick guys that stay healthy a lot too. Like Geno Smith doesn't miss a lot of time. Uh, Cam Ward, I don't believe he missed a lot of time in college. I don't watch as much college as I do NFL. But if Tua stays healthy all year, there is a chance he could throw a lot of interceptions. Yeah, because especially with the injuries to that running back core already, then there's a good chance that they're going to have to throw the ball more. So I don't mind that, Teixeira. I wonder if I can find odds at some place on season-long interception throwers. That's a good question right there. Let's see what we can find. Can I get anything like that? Futures, exact result, no. Player futures, maybe. Receptions, touchdowns, passing yards, stat leaders. Don't know why you'd want to be a stat leader in interception, but I'm sure it's on here somewhere. I can look a little bit more too off the air, but it's got to be on here somewhere. Right now, I just see like receiving touchdowns and whatnot, but I'll have to do some more looking into it. Dallas throws an interception in the first quarter. I mean, they could. They really could. The big thing I hate about that is like Philly lost a lot of their defensive guys too. They lost a lot of guys in the off season. So there is a chance there's a chance that Philly's defense isn't as dominant, especially starting out. They could struggle a little bit. But I can go over some of these other futures right here real quick. Like Joe Burrow is the regular season leader for passing yards right now. And then funny enough, Dak is number two. He's rose all the way up to number two with them trading Micah Parsons and everything. If you're looking for a value line on any of this, if Tua can stay healthy all year, I think he could be a season passing yards leader. Actually, I think the Dolphins are going to have to throw the ball a lot this year. There's obviously some names on here I don't like Justin Herbert at plus 2,200. That seems like good value for a team that's going to be good, but that hardball team is going to run the ball a lot. Just like you wouldn't bet on Sam Darnold at plus 5,000, they're going to run the ball a lot this year. So you gotta watch those. Stay away from those. Now I feel bad for saying I may have paid too first for. What is Bob talking about there? Bob was talking about an injury, right? Well, what's the Metcalf injury advice? Did we get did we get any breaking news? I wasn't on my laptop. Did we get a CMC injury news or anything? It's kind of what I think that Bob was. was saying right there, 4 days ahead of the opener causes concern as he's landed on the injury report. Okay. Limited with a calf injury on Thursday. I say that, if Metcalf's in there, yeah, if you can buy a dip on Metcalf right now, I wouldn't mind doing that either. But if not, maybe my shares of Brian Robinson Jr. will still work out. Um, there's got to be a reason why the 49ers traded for him too. Um, just I don't know, man. It almost seems like they didn't believe that they didn't they didn't believe that CMC would be healthy to start the year. Christian Kirk. Yeah, I think Christian Kirk will be okay. I know he popped up on the injury report too. Um, but that's not a guy that you're going to pay as much for as CMC. Also, Tampa Bay going to the playoffs or Super Bowl this year. I do like Tampa Bay going to the playoffs. I have them winning the NFC South, which I don't know if that's a big take or not, but I do believe they're going to win the NFC South. It'll be close between them and the Falcons, but I think Tampa Bay will get the edge on them. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team this year. I think they're still a couple pieces away from being that Super Bowl team. Yeah, I really think they're probably still a couple pieces away from a Super Bowl. But I do think they have a chance to because they'll be a 4 seed. So I think they have a chance to maybe go in and upset a wild card team coming in, maybe a better wild card team. What's up, James? Thanks for hopping in, brother. We're getting pretty close to kickoff time here. I do post all of these bets in the Discord under the NFL betting tab. They're also all on. Um, they're mainly posted in the Discord, but I post them on Instagram, TikTok, X. You can get any of my bettings on there too. All of them should be posted. Yeah, and everybody, make sure you're joining the Discord. Let me see. Drop a little. Let's see. Can I get an invite link here, maybe? I'm really smart when it comes to everything like this, except when I'm trying to do it, like when people are like watching and whatnot. There we go. I'm gonna drop a link. Make sure you join the Discord, guys, as well. Join the Discord. To share is gonna go over there, and he'll be live during the first game of the season here. So I'm sure we'll have a bunch of Eagles fans in there. Mayfield from Cleveland needs a Super Bowl appearance. Yeah, no, just another big FU to Cleveland fans at that point, sitting there. They really you really hate to see it, but yeah, they really messed up by letting him go. But yeah, everybody go join Teixeira over on the Discord as well. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna break down the game as it's happening, I'm sure, and sure that'll be a lot of fun too, guys. I'm not sure what channel he's going in right away, but I'm sure he'll be up in there and he'll be he'll be talking all game long, hopefully, and hopefully everybody can you can follow some bets tonight. We can get some money rolling tonight, and we'll uh we'll be back on Sunday to check in and hope everybody makes some money on Sunday as well. But I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna go get a couple drinks ready, get ready to hit the send the link and messenger to me. Will do, Phil. I will send you the link. And we're gonna hop out of here. We will see you all next time.